Let's say for this effect, I start off by showing the spectator I have 5 face-up cards here, and then I have 2 face down. So in this case, I have a king of spades, 8 of diamonds, ace of spades, 2 of spades, king of hearts, and then the 2 face down cards. So these 2 face down cards are going to act as placeholders. So one goes at top, one goes at the bottom. So what I'm going to have the spectator do is take out any 4 cards they would like, but just leave one behind. So let's say they took out a king, a 2, the 8, and the king, meaning they left the ace of spades. Now, normally people would choose the ace of spades because that is everyone's go-to card. But I knew that you wouldn't have chosen the ace of spades. So that's why I made the ace the only blue card. Now you might be wondering, what about these other cards here? Well, these other cards just so happen to be red cards. So we'll place them at the bottom here, and I will show you one more time. We have the ace of spades we're going to leave there, and we're actually going to try something with the ace. So if I can place it in the packet, you're going to see all I have to do is push it up, and as you can see, the ace changes to a red back. That is the effect. If you would like to learn how to do this, make sure to stick around for the tutorial. Before I get into the tutorial, in case you're wondering about the cards I'm using, these are the Rise V2s. I have a deck review on these, so I will link that in the description. One more thing you're gonna need before you attempt this effect is a double backer. Now you're not gonna need just any double backer, but you're going to need a double backer with 2 different backs. So these are actually the Rise V1s, and I have a deck review on these, so I will link them down below. I will also link down below a video going over differences between the V1s and the V2s. Those will be linked down below. So here's what you're gonna do. Now you could go ahead and just take 2 jokers and just use some double stick tape and just tape them together. But I forgot that the V2s actually came with this card until I started looking through my collection. So here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna have your double backer and you're gonna decide which back of the card you wanna show, either the red or the blue. In this case, I chose red because I use the blue deck quite a lot for my videos. So I'm gonna have the red back, and then I'm gonna take out 6 red cards matching the back. Now, something you don't want is a blue back and then the red cards, because everyone can see that. So, so if you have a blue back, you're going to want blue cards. So since I have a red back, I have red back cards. I hope that makes sense. So these 6 cards can really be any cards you would like. These are just 6 cards I just took out of my deck. It doesn't matter. Here's the only setup. You're gonna have that double backer, then you're gonna have one card right underneath it, in this case the ace, and then the other cards will be face up, just like this. And this is your only setup. So you have the double backer, followed by that one face down card underneath it. Then the other cards are face up right underneath that, meaning these 2 cards go right on top. That is your only setup. So starting off the effect, I pick up the packet, I spread, and I like to explain that we have 7 cards here. 5 are face up and 2 are face down. Now, to show the top two cards, all I did was I just used my thumb, I just pushed over the top card, I lined it up the best I could, okay? You want it to be pretty square here. And then I lift it up as a double and I show the ace. Now, the reason you want it squared up is because of this. You don't want to flash the back of that card, okay? So it's just like this. I start to square up everything. Once those top two cards are squared up, I can then just lift up two cards and just show the ace. So it's sort of like a double lift. One more way you could do that is this way. So you can show these are face up. You can start to square up everything. Bring your index finger right in. Lift up on the bottom two cards. Continue square it up. Put your pinky in there. Square up everything. And then you can lift up from the break and show. So it's sort of like a double lift. So just like, oh, not like that, but just like this. But show it really quick, don't show it too long. Once you show the double, you're just going to move these right to the bottom of the packet. So now you have your 5 face-up cards, and those 2 cards at the top that were face down is now at the bottom, face down. So now you're going to show the rest of the cards. I like to hold it in sort of like a biddle grip. My middle and ring at the top, my thumb at the bottom. My other thumb is going to come over and start peeling cards. So it's sort of going to be like the biddle count, but for each card you're going to load right at the bottom, as opposed to keeping a break, okay? So I like to show I have the king. I put it right at the bottom flush while I pull off the 8 right to the bottom, a 2 right to the bottom, a king, and then the ace. So now you just move those cards to the bottom. And then I say, okay, let's take our 2 placeholder cards and place one on top and one on the bottom. So now what you have is one of those regular cards face down on top, followed by that double backer on the bottom. So here's the next thing you're going to do. You're going to spread out this packet without obviously flashing. You're going to explain they're going to take out 4 cards face up and leave 1 behind. Excuse me, it can really be any 4. So let's say in this case we take out these 4 cards, leaving 1 behind. So once these are taken out, you're going to leave them like that, and you explain, okay, you could have really taken any 4 cards out and left 1 behind, but I knew you were going to leave the ace behind because this ace is the only different colored card, and then you turn it over while you say that. So in order to do that, you're going to have them spread out. You're going to square up everything, lift right up on that top card, and you're going to use your fingers here now to do sort of a pass, or like a, like a Herman pass, I believe it's called. So you lift up on this card, and your fingers are going to come right under and they're going to curl, and you're just going to continue lifting this card up while your fingers just now extend out. Place this top card down, and now you can show the different back. Keep in mind though that it's just the double backer, the cards at the bottom. But one more time like this, you could have had any card, in this case the ace. I lift up on that top card, and my fingers here are going to come right under. They're going to curl, and then you can just release some pressure while extending, and then show them like this. So it might look something like this. So I knew you were going to choose the only. So I knew you were going to choose the ace, because this ace is the only different colored card. And now you just moved it to the bottom. So once you did that, you say, okay. Now you might be wondering what color these cards are, and these cards actually happen to be red. And when they're turned over and the spectator is looking while they're red, just take this one top card and move it right to the bottom. Pick up this packet of cards and place it right on the bottom of the packet. And now you're going to do a double lift. I'm not going to go over the double lift because I have a few videos on it already. Those will be linked down below. But you're going to say, okay, let's take in this case your ace of hearts. And now you just turn over that double backer. You're going to put the ace down, and here's the last move. So you're going to say, okay, let's try something with the double backer. You're going to hold it like this. Your middle ring and pinky on top, thumb at the back, and your index finger is going to actually be pushing at the back of the packet, but like forward. You're going to take this ace and you're going to place it somewhere in this small packet, preferably the middle if you can. And here is the visual move. You can say, okay, I want you to watch the ace. You're going to start pushing it up. And right once you feel that the ace is nearing the top of the packet, or you can see it poking out at the top of the packet, you're going to leave your hand here, turn the packet right over, and then push it all the way through. So it might look like this. So something you could do is leave your index finger on top just to feel the card, but you want to squeeze with your fingers back. So you can say, okay, watch the ace, we push up, now it contacted my index finger, I turn it over and move my finger away, and then I continue pushing. So here's the ace, just so we have it just like this. Now you can take that card out, leave it face down, turn over the packet. If you spread them face up, they're going to see that double backer. So turn them face down, spread the packet, show they're all face down. There's one card that's red, and it is your ace of diamonds. So that is the effect for today. I hope you really enjoyed this. Like all of my videos, the original tutorial and channel I learned this from will be in the description if you need another tutorial on this. I'm not going to teach it again because the video would be too long. But I hope you like this. If you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time with another video. Bye.